Extradition of Simon Ekpa after arrest, remand in Finland. Also said it says terrorists from Mali, Burkina Faso now in northwest Niger State. And later on the show, Senate removes Danladi Umar as CCT chairman over alleged misconduct. All the details in a moment. You stay with us. Welcome back. Earlier this week, Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa called for the extradition of factional leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Simon Ekpa, from Finland, where he was arrested, to Nigeria. Simon Ekpa was arrested by Finland's National Bureau of Investigation on the grounds of spreading terrorist propaganda on the social media and for his alleged role in stirring up violence in Nigeria's southeast region. Reacting to the arrest, General Musa expressed his satisfaction with the arrest and his hopes for his extradition to Nigeria to face justice. Director of Defense Media Operations Major General Edward Buba also described the arrest as an indication of international synergy in the fight against terrorism. Now, joining us to discuss this issue, of course, I have Justice Ujeno in the building. He's a legal practitioner and, of course, always here for us. Good to have you on the show.
My pleasure.
And, of course, I have Supriya Mimbre, a political analyst, as usual. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm fine. Thank you.
See you. All right, let me begin with Justice Ujeno. Now, to begin with, there is no extradition treaty between Finland and Nigeria, which looks almost impossible, right, for the extradition of Simon Ekpa. So how realistic is this dream of the defense chief seeking his extradition to Nigeria? Okay,
for me, I don't think it's impossible. The fact that there is no extradition treaty doesn't mean that a la carte there cannot be prosecution or processing of anybody of anybody who is seen to have broken extraterritorial law, especially not that of Finland, but that of another country. So there can still be different arrangements. There can be extraordinary rendition as between countries that where there are no treaty agreements with respect to exchange of persons who may be fugitives in the eyes of the law. So it's not impossible. They can still, after processing and ensuring that he meets the conditions for being transferred to Nigeria. And an example of it would be if the punishment for whatever it is being charged for in Nigeria is something that the punishment is not acceptable in Finland. If that same offense had been committed in Finland, that usually causes a bar, especially in Western countries. For example, if whatever it is going to be charged in Nigeria for comes with the sentence of death, and they, as a country, they don't sentence anyone to death, they will not extradite the person to Nigeria. So that's one of the major considerations. But I also pray
that's what you're saying in essence. That's like the human right angle of the whole situation, right?
Yes, absolutely. But again, it is still. I pray that we have good lawyers that argue on behalf of Nigeria, so that whatever it is.
So, Priya Mimbre, very quickly now, there are indications that, not indications anyway, it's facts. He's sharing dual citizenship, Finland, Nigeria. Now, the Enugu state government also offers to provide more proof and evidence, right, of his atrocities to speed up the trial and extradition. Now, but IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary, rather, denies Simon Ekpa, saying that he is not a registered member of IPOB in any country or in Finland. So would this not frustrate the extradition already? Because it's clear now they are not trying to, their indications to even pin him to IPOB right now is looking very slim.
Well, I don't think it's looking very slim. They are factionalized since the arrest of the detention of, the rendition and detention of Nnamdi Kanu. They've been factionalized. He operates the IPOB autopilot group, whatever that means. Whatever that means. So, but the truth is there's incontrovertible evidence of this man saying things that led to the deaths of people, giving orders of sit at home and people dying, you know, as a result of that order he gave. So these orders were given via the social media, via the electronic, you know, radio, media and the rest of that. This evidence is before us. So we can't say that he's not a member of IPOB. If he's not a member of IPOB or their IPOB, their own group of IPOB, he's a member of his own group of IPOB. But the point is that whatever he has done has affected the country negatively and has cost the lives of people, of innocent citizens. And the truth is that he has to be brought back. But one thing I fear in this, is the fact that the circles that has, followed the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu is embarrassing. How many years since he was renditioned to Nigeria, he hasn't been sentenced, neither has he been served.
Or even tried.
He tried, yes. So he's not served any time. He hasn't been sentenced.
So what you're saying is extraditing him to Nigeria will not still serve any cause. That's
the argument his lawyers will put up before they finish.
Well, we have a lawyer in the house. So just be careful. Be careful.
Before they finish, but I think he would agree with me too because
No.
Well,
I won't agree with you.
Okay. But they would say that he would be brought back and made to suffer without answering for this, and I'll use the example of Nnamdi Kanu as a prime example.
Okay, I'm throwing this question to the both of you now, so it appears we have to be very, meticulous with time. Now, experts are also saying that bringing Simon Ekpa here would escalate tensions, especially having Nnamdi Kanu still in detention, and that right now, nursing our economy back to life to ease the burden on Nigerians should be the topmost on the radar.
I think I beg to differ a bit.
You beg to differ?
On that, because Simon Ekpa doesn't command the kind of loyalty that Nnamdi Kanu commands.
But here's the argument that if you bring him to Nigeria, you are looking at surmounted issues back and forth. The escalation in the north, in the southeast will continue to rise, and that could destabilize the current renewed hope agenda.
I don't think so at all. I think that from what I've seen so far, Simon Ekpa is a small fry compared to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
So I feel that we shouldn't compare them at all. It's apples and oranges.
All right.
At this time.
Okay.
Nnamdi Kanu stands in his own right, he has a special pride of place when it comes to the size and the kind of chaos and the magnitude of chaos that can be caused. Okay. So I feel that Simon Ekpa so far has just been a mere distraction.
Okay, if you're saying he's a mere distraction, shouldn't we just allow him to be tried in Finland?
No, he should be brought back to... He's a terrorist. He has to be brought back to face what he has done. There is nothing... Because letting him stay in Finland is setting a very dangerous precedent. Okay. And that person will still come up and do the same thing or worse than that. We have to bring, in as much as we are advocating...
But there are arguments that he would also be ready to defend his cause while he's in Finland because he has a right to defend whatever accusations brought to him.
But under what law? Under what law? There are sections of the Nigerian constitution that I don't think applies in Finland with regards to his actions. Okay. You understand? Terrorism financing, yes, but what about the other laws of Nigeria he has broken? Okay. Where is the justice for Nigerians? Where is the justice for those who have been killed in the southeast? Okay. So it's going to set a very dangerous precedent. Yes, we want a political solution to this Biafra question, right? But before that, those who have committed crimes, those who have blood on their hands, have to pay. Because it's setting a very dangerous precedent. You have Boko Haram, so we are saying they should kill the leaders of Boko Haram and other terrorist groups in the north. Same should apply to any terrorist group in the south, because the IPOB he leads is no longer a secessionist
or peaceful movement.
No, it's not. It's a terrorist organization threatening the sovereignty of Nigeria, killing soldiers, and he boasts about killing members of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. No, that's wrong.
All right, I guess we just have to go to the next issue. Well, we'll take a time out now, and Newsweek continues in a moment. Stay with us.